Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? So as you can see, for today's video we have this makeup tutorial. Can you see it's a smoky eye look? It's a blown out smoky eye with my, can you see my straight hair? See, can you see my hair? My hair is grown, it's long and it's my poker straight hair and they look super sexy. Yes, I love them. Okay, so coming to today's video. Today's video is all about this particular palette from Wet N Wild. You have seen it in the Nykaa sale thing, and I tried this particular palette and I did this look using this particular palette. Now what happened, what I did, how I did this, you got to see it in the video. Let's go now. Now, before jumping in, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like me or you like my videos, and press the bell icon to get notified whenever I post a video. Also follow me on social media. All the details and links are given in the channel art. Press them, you will get redirected, and just follow me everywhere. I have already done my eyebrows and I have already put concealer on the lower side of the eyebrows because that is a process that always remains the same. Now, one thing. Now, we all know I got this concealer. This is the NYX HD concealer. NYX HD Studio Photogenic concealer, and although I used it in the Maybelline New York City palette video, but I think let's just dive in this together again because everybody wants to know. So yes, I'm going to just put it as a base to my eyeshadow today. Beauty blender. Let's just put it together. So definitely it is not like a full coverage thing, but I still like it, and I don't know how. You can see this is not like light shade for me. This is kind of fine workable shade, although this has a little bit of pinkness to it, which is different than my skin undertones. But other than that, also I think this is a pretty good thing. Can you see? It's good. It's working fine. The reason why I have not done the base makeup is because these shadows, these eye palettes do have some fallout, and I don't want that to mess up my base because of course we are going for a party. You don't want the palette to mess your base. So let's do the eye makeup first. So we all know this, of course. Today's palette is this. This is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, color icon palette in shade Comfort Zone. Now, if you, let's just rewind back, let's go back to the Nykaa video, and if you have already seen that, I was really not much interested in buying this particular palette. I was more of interested in the other shade of this palette, but it was on discount. I just couldn't resist. That palette was got out of stock, and I wanted to have one of these palettes. Let me tell you, if you have fresh manicure on your nails, if you have something done on your nails recently, please don't try to open these palettes. It's going to mess up your nails really bad. I'm tired of it. Finally. Okay, so let's have a close up. Can you see? Let me do it this way. So can you see, this is the palette. This is how the palette looks. It has some very smoky kind of night kind of shades. Then we do have some very light shades that are more for the day look. So this palette actually comes in, I would say a motto that it is a day look versus the night look thing. So some of the shades are for the day, some are for the night. And the day shades are these three shades. These 1, 2, 3, 4, these 3, 4 shades are for the day look. These are very nude kind of shades that wouldn't even appear, right? And then we have these shades. These are more for the night glam, for the smoky vibes. So that is how these palettes are put forth. So I don't know about the others, but yeah, this is how this particular shade is put forth, right? So we are not for the nude glam, of course not. I am not a person who would really go for this nude day look. I would go full glam smoky even on the day. So that is what we are going to do today. We are going to go full smoky. Let me just remove the creases from my eye. And taking on a clean brush, I finally clean my brushes. Taking a clean transition brush. Let's start off with this shade. This shade looks pretty beautiful. So we're going to put it on the lid and over till the eyebrow. It's pretty pigmented. These kind of shades, I must say, these kind of shades are, you know, like very close to your skin tone, and sometimes these kind of shades that are more like the compactish kind of tones, they don't really have color. Sometimes they have nothing, they are totally blank, to be honest. I have seen in some palettes these kind of shades are like not even there. For this particular palette, I must say, although it's a little powdery, you can see the color is there. And of course, because we are going for the night shades, we have a lot of colors over here. But you know me really well, you know I can go with 10 shades at a time, and maybe we can try that too. So let us start with the smokiness of it, and I think let's start with this. This is a shimmer shade, but let me tell you one thing, nobody says you cannot wear shimmers in the crease. So we'll do that because this does not have like a smoky matte shade to put in the crease really. So we'll have to work with it. So yes, taking this particular shade, this is shade number 5. And let's go with this shade, and see, the brush is coated, the brush is good coated, and we'll go one bit at a time. So let's see what happens. Bam, it's pigmented. So I'll not go deep, let me just keep it till here because we have further more colors to play with. Now taking my transition brush, I'm going to take this particular shade which is a little darker than this shade, and we are going to blend the brown into the crease, into the further transition shade. I think has been blended. Let me just darken this particular brown color again, you know, because it has lost its um, intensity. I am taking this particular color, the number 9, this color on my concealer brush, and this is a shimmery shade. So we are going to put it on, you know, like 1/3 of the eye right next to the brown one. Did you see the fallout? The fallout is intense. And let me just blend it into the brown. Honestly, you can't really tell where the brown starts and where this green ends. Right now I'm just laying it, then I'll blend it again. So I'll be using the same transition shade, the darker transition shade, this one, and let me blend it into the crease. Both of these are already blended together because I did drag it inside. So yeah, let me blend it over here. The decision of not really putting a base before this eye was actually correct because it does give some fallout. Now I want to darken up my crease because that brown color has lost every bit of intensity it ever had, and it looks as olive as this is. So yeah. Okay, so my tip would be, don't use these two colors together. They don't look different, they look exactly the same. Taking this particular shade, number 8, this is a green with a brown reflex kind of thing, and I'm going to put it on the remaining lid, hoping that it does not look same as the other. They all look same. They all look same. Sooner or later, yes, these three almost look the same. Now again, blending this particular corner, that is what I really am doing. I'm just taking color and blending it, and this is how this is depositing in the crease. So it looks good, right? I mean, this eye is something I'm really loving. Okay, this color isn't as intense as the other two. I need to use the fingers also. You see, it has a very beautiful, pretty reflex to it, which is really, really nice. Okay, so this is how it looks, and let's move into the inner corner also. So I'm taking the highlighter brush, and to highlight the inner corner, I'm actually taking this particular shade. I'll do the lower portion later because we have to still put the base makeup on. So yeah, we'll do that later. Taking my Viano eyeliner, I'm going to put the wing because this is a smoky look. I like to you know, keep my eyes in that V shape. It's pretty cool. This is fine. Now I am just going to sweep what is under my eye. Base, I would go with the Garnier BB cream. Now Garnier BB cream, I bought from that that Nykaa Black Friday sale also, but at the same time I want everybody else to see how this really works. So I didn't put the primer. Today I'm going with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer. This is the dewy primer, and I want to have dewiness because it's like a cold season now. We don't really have much issues with oil and stuff. So yeah, let me put this. Let me tell you this thing. If you are more of a very coverage oriented person who wants a lot of coverage, this is not your thing because it does not have much coverage. It really gives you a very natural finish rather than having that um, that thing that, oh, this is a lot of coverage, I'll cover your past, future and present. No, that is not how it is. The sheerness of this actually looks pretty, to be honest. I think it's a beautiful BB cream because it does not make me look cakey, or it does not make me look like I have put tons of products on my face. The base looks pretty natural, which I love sometimes. So when I want to have more coverage, I just use another bit of it, and this one is about to get empty. Can you see the second layer really built it up? And then when you go for a concealer on the top now, it looks really pretty. Okay. Again, going with the NYX concealer. The NYX concealer, this is in the shade 01. By the way, if you don't know, let me tell you this. And putting it under the eye. Just the way we do with our regular concealers. On the nose. Over here. Cupid's bow. Chin. I'm blending it. So it does have some good coverage. See, do you see? I am brightened up. Taking this contour palette from Wet n Wild, we are going to contour and set the base. Okay, so moving into the highlighter, now I am going to take this Incolor Shimmer bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow. Now let's move in to the lower lash line. Taking my Lakme Iconic pencil. Out of 10, I've already used like 5 shades on my upper lid. So you can say I am a very good person to review, and of course, as usual, my stuff is just falling everywhere. And I'm taking my highlighter and I'm going with this particular shade. This is a very light shade and looks like a pretty highlighter. So, ooh, that is pretty and that is very glowy. Can you see? Oh. Now going with this shade again, and we were about to highlight the inner corner. So yes, I'm going to highlight the inner corner and a little bit over here because I think we'll start with this color first because I need to complete that smokiness. So I'm going to put it over here. This is almost where the brown color is for the upper eye. Now what I'm really doing is I am taking a very thin brush. Yes, I'm taking this particular brush, the same brown color. I'm just going to take it, and where we have stamped it, we are going to buff it. Right? Wow, that looks perfectly smoky. Now, so I'm going to take this particular olive color, and for the remaining lid I'm actually going to stamp this. Let's see if it really works for the lower lid. Well, it does. Now I'm just going to take another brush into this olive color, and I want to buff it. I've used this, I've used this, I've used this. Now only these two shades are left. I think I'll rather have like a swatch for this. Let's see if this has any reflex to it. So this looks like this. Can you see? It's light, it's subtle, but it's definitely pretty. So I used 8 out of 10. Now this look is almost complete. The only thing left is lipstick. So I have like two choices over here. One is this red and one is this from Nykaa. This is again a brownish kind of shade. I think red would be a little bit too much for the smoky eye, so we'll go with this. Okay, so yes guys, this is the final look, and yes, I remember I forgot the eyelashes, I forgot the mascara because I'm just a forgetful person. Yes, I forgot it. So yes, I've put the mascara, I've put the eyelashes, and this is how it looks at the end. Okay, so for the final verdict for this particular palette, I would say is this palette is extremely beautiful. It's like you see this, you know, you have seen the whole process, and you know I enjoyed every bit of it. I have used almost all the shades, you know, except for two. This palette is amazing, it's super amazing. And now, you know, I want to try the other palette really hard because this is beautiful. I mean, Wet n Wild, whenever I use Wet n Wild, they amaze me more and more with their quality, with their stuff. Wet n Wild is really great. So yes, if you ask me honestly, this palette, go for it. This has everything. Everything for your day nude looks and everything for your night party smoky look. Now, of course, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll meet you in the next video. Bye bye.